Good morning, everyone. We will be commencing with the inaugural ceremony in a few minutes. I request all the participants and the students to occupy the chairs that are in the front rows, please. Good morning to one and all present here. Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, esteemed guests, respected principal sir, faculty members, and my dear students and participants. It is both an honor and a privilege for me to stand before you today as we gather to inaugurate Sparkle 7.0, the 7th edition of our flagship event of KLE Society's KLE College of Law, NAVI Mumbai. On behalf of the institution, I extend a very warm and heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you that is present here. It is my proud privilege to welcome our distinguished dignitaries who are present here. We have with us our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. A.W. Santosh Kumar, who is the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Mumbai. I request Dr. Manoj Hiremeth, who is the IQAC Coordinator of KLE Law College, Bangalore, to felicitate sir. Thank you, sir. We also have with us our honored guest of honor, Mr. Vishwanath V. Angadi, who is an arbitrator at the Arbitration and Conciliation Center, Bengaluru, and former Principal City Civil and Sessions Judge in Karnataka. I request Mr. Harsh Pratap Singh, Assistant Professor, KLE Law College, to welcome and felicitate, sir. Thank you, sir. We are also privileged by the presence of Professor Dr. Gigi Mohan VS, the Director of Amity Law School, whose gracious presence adds great value to this occasion. I request Assistant Professor Pooja Bijarki ma'am to welcome and felicitate, sir. We are thankful to have with us Dr. Manoj Hiremat, sir, the IQAC coordinator of KLE Law College, Bangalore. And I would now request Professor Ranjana ma'am to felicitate, sir. We would also like to welcome Harsh Pratap Singh, sir, for having been here. I would like to request Ashna ma'am to felicitate, sir. Thank you. As we move forward, we now proceed to the auspicious lighting of the ceremonial lamp, symbolizing the dispelling of darkness and the ushering in of knowledge and wisdom. I request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly join us for the lamp lighting ceremony. Thank you, respected dignitaries. I now request Ms. Pooja Bijargi, Assistant Professor, KLE College of Law, to introduce our distinguished guest of honor.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very good morning to everyone. It is my privilege to introduce to you all our guest of honor, Mr. Vishwanath Angadi, sir. Sir is a distinguished legal professional with over 47 years of experience in advocacy, judiciary, legal education, and also in the field of alternative dispute resolution. Sir completed his BCom from KLE College of Commerce, Hubli, and further pursued his LLB and LLM both from Karnataka University, in which he secured third rank. Sir practiced for about 17 years, starting from the year 1979 to 1996 in the city of Dharwad, Hubli. Sir served as legal advisor to several leading banks, including State Bank of India, Canara Bank, Punjab National Bank, just to name a few. Also, he was looking after the public sector undertakings like Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation, Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation, Karnataka State Financial Corporation, and New India Assurance Company. He was directly appointed as District and Sessions Judge on 15th May 1996 and served in various capacities, including Presiding Officer of Karnataka State Transport Appellate Tribunal, Registrar Vigilance, and Registrar Judicial at the High Court of Karnataka. Sir was Member Secretary of the Karnataka State Legal Services Authority and the Director of Bangalore Mediation Center. He also served as Special Judge in the high-profile case of multi-crore fake stamp paper, generally known as Telgi scam. He contributed significantly to access to justice by facilitating disposal of over 5 lakh cases through Lok Adalats, and also represented the Karnataka judiciary internationally in South Africa in the year 2012. Sir serves as a visiting faculty at Karnataka Judicial Academy, Bangalore, Karnataka State Law University, Bangalore, Karnataka Police Academy, Mysore. He also serves as arbitrator on the panel of Arbitration and Conciliation Center, Bangalore. His career reflects dedication, integrity, and remarkable contribution to the legal system. We are truly honored to have you, sir. I would like to request sir to please address our audience.
Very good morning to all. Today is a great day for all of us, academicians, students, and all stakeholders. I am glad to see Law College students in large numbers in this big platform. Respected Chief Guest of today's evening, Professor Dr. A.M. Santosh Kumar, Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Mumbai, respected Dean of the Law College at Mumbai of KL Institute, Professor Dr. Dinkar Gitte, respected members of faculty of the Law College at NAVI Mumbai, respected invitees, faculty of KLE Law College, Dean of Amity University, Mumbai, esteemed students, members of staff, and invitees. I deem it a great pleasure to meet you all in this big platform. The topic chosen for the 3-day work is workshop on the moot court competitions. Number 2 is client counseling. Both topics are very important. Moot court competitions which are being held, they date back to the medieval age. And now we have got these moot court competitions across entire globe. It is said that Mumbai is the forerunner in conducting of moot court competitions. We have here in one single year 700 institutions representing their respective fields, they participate in the moot court competition. Do you know which is the name of the institution in Mumbai, which has 700 teams participating? Think and tell. I'll give you time. 700. Our principal told me that you got here 44 teams for moot court competitions and 22 for this client counseling. Client counseling is a recent branch or recent course which they impart in the law colleges. When we were advocates, as you all know, were knowing the problems of the client and directly answering. We had no much moot court competitions, and we had no subject or course or discourse on the aspect of client counseling. What is client counseling as a whole? What you pursue? By this client counseling exercise, what you are going to learn as law college students? Client counseling, in my opinion, is a trial run. What is called as trial run? Trial-run. What is moot court competition? That's also a trial run for the students in a law college. In regular law courts, your advocates, you take a live case. At that live case in the court, the judge adjudicates. That is a live case being decided by a judge through the instrument of an advocate. And the client is bound by your advice, your guidance. In case of a moot court competition, as you all know, there's a great opportunity for you to inculcate the habit of researching, how to submit, what parameters you must keep in mind, how to conduct in the court. I am very clever. I know everything. I quarrel with the court on a given point. What happens? I lose my patience. In a court, if I lose my patience, what happens? Any one of you? In law court, I lose patience. I quarrel with the judge. I got a very good case. What happens? Yes? Some judges, they bang. Some they say contempt of court, disrespect of court. All those things, they come into play. So this platform of moot court competitions which are being held today, it is a good avenue for the law college students. They shape your future career. They have a test case, hypothetical case, with which we are required to deliberate, know what the law is, make research, how to submit, how to prepare, your pleadings or your submissions. So they make you at least a good advocate to take the first case of the client. You don't learn from the case of the client for the first time in the law court. Here you had here what is called as trial run. That is the important aspect of what is called as the moot court competition. My question given to you was, which is the institution in Mumbai which is conducting moot courts in which more than 700 contestants they contest. You have got smartphones, you can Google and tell me. You are scared to Google? Okay. This moot court is also called as mock courtroom. Moot court is also called as a mock courtroom. We got here the plaintiff, we got here the defendant, we got here the petitioner, we got here the respondent, we got counsel for both sides, we got a judge to liaise submissions of the advocate for the claimant, for the plaintiff, petitioner, advocate for respondent or defendant, and they just know your inputs and they decide. And the team which gives the correct answer, they will be the toppers of the particular moot court competition. So it is called as a trial run, it is called as a mock courtroom, and it is a simulated court proceedings where law students argue a hypothetical case. Facts given are hypothetical. They cannot give facts of a case which is reported. Reported case only, they just change the names. But the facts are said to be hypothetical. This is an impetus for a good student to become a good advocate in the law court. It aims to develop crucial legal skills such as research, submissions in writing, memorials, as it is called, legal advocacy, and lastly, critical thinking. Facts of a case given to 10 judges, they may pass the same order, suit decreed or suit dismissed. But the way they give reasoning may differ. So this moot court competition, at the end of the day, your case is acquitted or your case is convicted, that's correct. But on what grounds? So there is scope for legal research, scope for thinking, scope for you to put your viewpoints, and if they are valid in law, that is an element of precedent. What is called as precedent? I think many of you have learnt in the legal theory, doctrine of precedent. Law made by parliament, law made by constitution, law made by the courts. What is called as precedent? Whether law can be made only by means of legislation. The law sources are legislation chiefly. Number 2 is precedent. Number 3 is custom and usages. Law use also, that aspect, that pattern will become law of the given land. Sale of goods by auction sale is an example of customary law. Since so many years across the globe, they are having this pattern of procedure of holding auction sale. First bid, second bid, third bid, and final bid. Before fall of hammer on the third bid, if somebody else gives the next higher bid, then the sale gets postponed. So sale of things or sale of an item. See these IPL matches, how they conduct auction. They auction so-and-so teams worth so-and-so. Auction so-and-so players worth so-and-so. So this precedent, what is called as precedent? Judge-made law. Judges, in the course of passing of judgments by the apex court or by the high court, may lay down a point of law which is not in the concerned legislation. So that element of judge-made law is a product of, in many cases, research of the advocates. Advocates give input. That input the judge catches up, and on that point there is no clear law, so he will evolve what is called as ratio decidendi. So this moot court competition which we are holding today is a good impetus for you to develop this acumen of having constant legal research, so that you can build up the case of your client on a higher level at the very lowest court level, namely the court of civil judge. So this mock courtroom or trial run is a good platform for the youngsters, for the law college students, in knowing how to face the real court in the real courtroom. And this mock courtroom will be a good step for them to go forward. For law college students, moot courts are a must because they provide courtroom atmosphere. See, in law courts, we have judges, we have got here counsel for the claimant, counsel for the respondent, we have got here also public sitting. Public can sit in a courtroom because regular law courts are called as public forums. So we got there the courtroom experience, we got hands-on legal training After moot court, I come to know this point he did not touch. I can guide him. For next case, you will be alert. So there is hands-on legal training and chances to improve research, oral arguments, and writing skills. It provides for confidence and beneficial networks with legal problem-solving skills. Students who participate in moot courts are better equipped for a successful legal career since it improves their resume and gives them a competitive edge in the legal employment market. What is the main difference between a moot court and a real court? What is the main difference between a real court and a moot court? Are they same or are they different? Real court, live court working, and moot court. Yes? Yes, then. So the first difference is purpose. Moot court is for training. Real courts resolve a dispute. In a law court, judge will not have a trial run. In moot courts, we got training. Real court, judge writes judgment. He will not guide. He will not train. Number two is participants. For moot courts, the participants are law college students. In the real court, the participants are lawyers and judges and the clients who are case in the court. The third difference is outcome. Assessment-based results in case of moot court, assessment-based results in case of moot court, and legally binding judgment on the parties in a real court trial. Lastly, the fourth is namely flexibility. Moot courts follow hypothetical scenarios, whereas and learning objectives in law courts, a given case is there. That given case, the judge decides. That's all. They are the four important points of difference between moot court and what is called as real court. With this, the next important aspect is my question. You haven't answered. Indian law schools participate in Philip C. Jessup International Law Moot Court Competition, which is the biggest, largest, and oldest in the world, and often described as World Cup of International Law, and is held in Mumbai, India. Over 700 law schools from 100 plus countries, they participate in this moot court competitions. It is organized by International Law Students Association, ILSA. The competition centers on fictional dispute involving public international law issues. It is held since 1960. Surana and Surana National Corporate Law Moot Court competitions, they are held where law schools participate in corporate law focused tournament. We have got Bar Council of India Moot Court competitions. We have got Nani Palkewala Memorial Moot Court competitions being held in Mumbai. So this year we have got 44 teams in these moot court competitions. I am very sure that a day will come when our sir, our principal, will take it to the level of at least 350 law school teams to make it half of the World's Cup of International Law held in India by Philip C. Jessup International Moot Court Competition. This is regarding purpose of holding moot court competitions by the principal of our college for the students of fourth year law, students of fifth year law. A word of caution in case of client counseling. Client counseling. We have got a topic for deliberation. I think tomorrow they'll be deliberating. The purpose is to make you equipped with legal knowledge, how to interact with the client, how you have to elicit facts from him, how to prepare a brief note, how to prepare the pleadings, how to prepare the plaint, how to prepare the claim statement, as the case may be. That gives you the important impetus how to become a good lawyer. So with this, I will not take much of your time, and client counseling is said to be a critical process where a lawyer interacts with a client to understand his need and requirement, analyze case of client, and provide necessary legal advice. Legal counseling helps the client to decide how to resolve his legal problem. It is the choice of the client to decide the course of action to be taken by him to solve the dispute. In the earlier olden days, client was advised by the advocate to do this thing, take this step, file case or don't file case. But now advocate, you will give to the client various options. The client will decide what options he has to choose. So this client counseling course, client counseling exercise which you are having will make the law college students very bright, very upright, and a case problem they perceive from different scenarios, giving to the particular client various alternative options with which he can take the road to further aspects. The 4 pillars of counseling are: number 1, trust of client in the advocate; number 2, respect; number 3 is positive regard; and fourthly, what is called as open-mindedness. This client counseling course is offered by VM Salgaonkar College of Law, Panji, Goa, and many more law colleges. And the lawyer should look at the expectations of the client. He has to assess the requirement of the client, he needs, etc. So with these few words, I thank the organizers in inviting me for this August event and asking me to speak on the aspects of importance of conducting moot court competitions and also client counseling deliberations. I wish both these events a grand success. In fact, your principal has taken great pains in organizing this event, because inviting 44 plus 22 teams from various colleges, from various parts of India at one place, arranging them and running the show is a difficult task. He has done a tremendous task. I thank your principal and his team of officers. See, through him, faculty is there. Through him, we have got the staff of the college and also the students in taking active part. I wish that the 3-day exercise will benefit the law college students to become good advocates, because you are empowered on trial run of moot courts, a trial run of this counseling work. I am very grateful to the organizers of the function. I thank profusely also our chief guest. In fact, I told, sir, you have to speak first. In fact, he told, no, sir, you have to speak first. See, that is his magnanimity. Because at one time or the other, the point is the way we behave, say in the law courts, that also counts. I told, if we quarrel with the court, what happens? In a good case or in a balanced case, if the judge feels that this advocate is good, he is well-mannered, a tilting case, he may grant injunction. If the advocate is not that cooperative, even in a tilting case, he may refuse to grant injunction. We have seen in many cases, court behavior is paramount. Respect to the institution is paramount. Sometimes a very weak case, we are bound to win only because of our perseverance, because of our humbleness, because of our sincerity. I thank one and all.
Thank you, sir, for that insightful address, especially on the foundations of law and the moot court competition. Your words have truly set a strong tone for the proceedings ahead. Now I invite Ms. Ranjana S., Assistant Professor, to introduce our esteemed chief guest.
Thank you, ma'am. It is indeed a moment of immense honor to stand before you and introduce a personality whose presence elevates this gathering. Professor Dr. A.W. Santosh Kumar, the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Mumbai, is a distinguished academician, researcher, and a visionary leader with nearly 4 decades of rich experience in higher education, research, and academic administration. He holds a PhD from All India Institute of Medical Sciences and has completed multiple prestigious postdoctoral fellowships from globally renowned institutions, including University of California, National Institutes of Health, USA, etc. With an illustrious career spanning India and the US, Dr. Kumar has served in several key leadership roles, including Vice Chancellor of reputed institutions, as well as the Dean of Academic Affairs and the Dean of Accreditations in leading universities abroad. He has been actively associated with national and international accreditation bodies such as NAC, NBA, WASC, and ABET, contributing significantly to quality assurance and academic reforms. An accomplished researcher in the field of microbiology and global health, he has authored numerous peer-reviewed publications, books, and patents, and has guided several doctoral scholars. His research contributions, particularly in human microbiome studies and genomics, have significant academic and societal impact. Known for his dynamic leadership and commitment to academic excellence, Professor Kumar continues to inspire innovation, interdisciplinary research, and outcome-based education at Amity University, Mumbai, shaping the next generation of global leaders. On behalf of KLE College of Law, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. I now call upon sir to address the audience.
Respected dignitaries in the dais, Advocate Angadeji, the Principal of KLE Law College, Dr. Dinagar Gitteji, all the faculty members of KLE Law, the faculty members from other colleges, Dr. Jijimon, Dean of Amity Law, all the student budding advocates. When I just reminisce and look back, why was I called here? I couldn't comprehend whatever it be, because when my small CV is being read here, you might have known that I belong to a medical side. But I'm here like a single sheep caught between all the lions here. And I really wish to thank Dr. Dinagar Gite for inviting me. When the invitation came, I immediately called Professor Jijimon, and I was just asking him, should I go or should I not go? Because he knows that I don't take up many things outside, but this is second law college I am visiting because of him outside my campus. Having said that, if I would recollect why was I called here, probably Dinkarji would have thought that, okay, this man has called me as an external for all his PhD. You need to know that your dean is one of the very learned law professionals in Mumbai. The second important thing from my side, I have some 3 points. Why did I come here to this KLE Law? The first time when I visited the Belgaum campus, I went as the NAC chairman for the Belgaum campus of KLE. A very big campus which I was quite very fascinated about, with lot of heritage. So I thought that we need to come here and visit this one as well. The second important thing, with due respect to all the budding lawyers here, one day you will be like Sali Sarabji or Harish Salve or whatever it be. I thought that I should come, even as a medical professional, should come here and pep you up. The important thing is that, I have 3 cousins, out of which 2 are sitting judges in different parts of India now, who I grew with. And they are in flying colors now. Above that, I have 4 Supreme Court judges at my home. They are none other than my wife, my daughter, my mother-in-law, and my mother. You need to know that all these 4 people are doctors by profession and advocates by passion. They talk too much, ask questions too much, and hence I am totally moot. Not a moot court, a moot, M-U-T. So then I thought, okay, this is the place, forum where I can talk, where the lawyers are not going to talk back. So hence I thought, okay, let me just come here and be a part of you. A KLE Law College, among one of the 30 colleges in Mumbai, stands on the pinnacle of glory. With all these heritages, the students of KLE Law College will come up greater is just because that you have a heritage name to go, a tag on it. Next to your names, imagine when somebody is going to ask me, what is your name? Santosh Kumar. Immediately, the next one is, my father is so-and-so, Dr. Anand. The third question is, I hail from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. That is my alma mater. I have been there for 18 years in the US. I was Dean of UCLA, Dean of Academics of UCLA. But anywhere I go, it is only AIMS New Delhi which had the second tagline. What I'm coming to say is KLE Law will be following you all through your life until you give your last breath. Whether you do good or not, being a lawyer, being good lawyer or not, bad lawyer or not, whatever, KLE Law is associated with you. So whatever you do is going to only reflect on this alma mater. So please have that in mind whenever you go out. That is more important. I was just seeing the title as counseling. It is a very good, important thing that everyone would need here. Because, everyone is an animal here. I hope everyone would have seen the movie Animal. Why I'm telling is because the Amit University students were part of the VFX that has been done for that particular movie. Everyone is an animal here, but taming your animal makes you come up in life. With 30 different colleges and approximately, say, 60 to 90 of the students, 600 students from KLE alone, how many lawyers are coming out? But only a couple of people sprang up to the level of Soli Sarabji or Nani Palkiwala, etc., etc. Why is that? People might argue that it is just because of their kundli. People might argue that it is because of their backup. His father is a judge, sessions judge, Supreme Court judge, hence son becomes a judge. I am not pointing fingers at anybody in your fraternity. However, without any stuff, you don't come up in life. Taming your animal is more and more important, and especially being a lawyer, this is more and more important to counsel your clients. Because if you are not able to totally manage what is inside, you can't manage what is outside. Then how are you going to do counseling? As we transition on this law fraternity, during earlier days, it was only dharma which was taken into consideration. If you do mistake, you will be punished. If you are not doing any mistake, you are okay. So dharma, dharma sastra, samriti, many things came into play. In Vedic religions and those kind of things, when religious faith came into play, Hinduisms were mainly focused on this Samritas and Samritis, Dharma Shastras. For example, if it is going to be Islam, it is going to be Islamic law. If it is going to be Christianity, it is sin and penitence. However, I should certainly say that we have transitioned from that medieval age to the current modern age, where we started using AI for all our arbitrations or for making your legal comments, legal notes, counselings, etc., etc., and etc. You need to know that there was a very funny charges that was there, happened in Canada or in the US, I don't know, in Alaska, where a person has tamed a chimpanzee in such a way that, for example, if I don't like Jijimon, I can tell this chimpanzee to kill Jijimon. And it will kill. So I am not at fault now. I can't be being penalized on section whatever it be. Animal is at fault. And how are you going to do the judgment here? Because, you know, Indians, we have high IQs, 221 maximum IQ, minimum of 114 to 115. But whereas when you see animals, there are certain animals which have good IQ. One is chimpanzee, another one is dolphin, another one is parrot. So these animals are being tamed to do the mistake, the sin. You understand the point here? So then you can't put a parrot into a court stand and degrade your legal system. Then how are you going to do the judgment here? Then slowly this came into the existence of the AI tools. And as you know now, AI tools have come very well in legal system as well. And here also, people started just pushing certain comments into the AI tools to see what is the final verdict it gave. But whereas you need to know that AI is being tuned in such a way based on the past data that is being fed to the AI. One of the important funny things which I will say, ChatGPT 4, version 4, which is currently in existence, has passed the US law exams in 2023. You get my point here? So now ChatGPT 4 is a good lawyer as compared to you guys. So my question to you is this: what is that you have an edge over AI? Yes, AI does everything for you. It finalizes everything. It gives you the thing, but whereas the human touch is not there with AI, it is only with you guys. If that is the case, this is the system, and this is mooting is one of the important processes in which we do that to make that an outcome-based education. I was telling about 30 law schools in Mumbai. Many law schools, they don't do moot court competitions. Many do lot of diversified moot court competitions, exposure of students to other countries, etc., etc. I'm very happy that Dr. Jijimon has taken our law students to 3 or 4 countries. Even next week, we are going to Malaysia. Why? To get exposed to the legal systems outside the country, to know what is the lacunae that we have with us, and also to have an exposure on the international arena, so that, we get equipped and become camera ready as a legal professional. So my dear friends, I would say only one thing here. In this moment in time, these 3 days of moot court competition, you know that you will be doing lot of processes, 4 or 5 processes. I don't want to bother you too much with that, talking to them. But however, I would only say that if you want to become the great lawyer, all you have to do is put your heart to your work, not put your brain to your work. Because lawyers, in this day and age, we have only evidences. My boss, Chancellor, asked, "Sir, this is the problem here." He asked, "Do you have any evidence?" Many a times I think he is a businessman, then he is asking for evidence like a lawyer. What is this? And you can't have evidences for everything. Am I right or wrong? Because we get funny cases of students in Amit University, Mumbai. You know that we have 20 colleges within there. And one of the best fine group of students are from law. They are terribly good people. You know what I mean? Terribly good people. They are good, but they are terrible. That's what I'm saying. But however, this is the time to be terrible and this is the time to be good as well. Then only you will be learning what is good and bad. If everyone is going to be good, then how do we define bad here? You get my point? If a person is going to get 0 mark, then only I can score another guy as first class. So guys, we need 0 also here. But at the same time, don't be in the 0 every time and make use of these kind of mooting competitions. And Vishwanath ji was just telling about the moot court competition, international moot court competition. The first ever moot court competition by University of Pennsylvania, Jessup's International Moot Court Competition, coming to India. More than 700 to 800 groups participating, 120 countries there. And you need to know that it is only our people who are excelling a great level. You know that I have one of my closest family friends from Gujarat. He is an attorney in the US. He and his wife, they both are on the legal counsel of Honorable Prime Minister of India, but they live in US. Why I am telling you this is, no matter what, there is no country thin line difference or a boundary now. Law has become international. And my sincere request to you guys is only one thing: get equipped to be international. Become an international lawyer. You have different bifurcations. Health law is there, industrial law is there, international law is there, space law has come, cyber law has come. Many things have come. But I have not seen any of the lawyers not being paid well or not being respected well in the society. It means to say that you are the people who have been very well being mannered and respected. If we say, being a medical profession, if we say medical profession is a noble profession, I would say legal profession is a notable profession. Uphold that level of advocacy and keep up the stands high and set your bar very high with regard to maintaining the heritage of alma mater KLE. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for the truly motivating address. Your wit and humor made it both enjoyable and inspiring for all of us. Now I request our respected principal, sir, Professor Dr. Dinkar Gete, to deliver the presidential address.
After the address of chief guest and guest of honor, I don't think there is much left for me to speak. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Dr. A.W. Santosh Kumar, Honorable Guest of Honor, Mr. Vishwanath V. Angadi, my dear friend, Gigi Mohan sir, my colleagues, Manoj sir and Has sir, all the faculty members, and all the students. In fact, I was enjoying both the addresses by guest of honor and chief guest. In fact, the purpose, what sir has stated to invite him here, was that actually I go to Amity University as an external for Viva. And then I have seen sir, I mean even on legal or law topic, he used to give such a suggestions, and I was asked thinking that okay, we are lawyers, we don't get these points, and sir speaks very well about any other topic because he prepares and comes to the Viva presentation. And that's what I thought. I mean, sir is the right and appropriate person. And as sir has said that all of us are lawyers and he is a lone wolf. No, sir, it is not true. In fact, it's a very modest way of you communicating that point. But thank you so much for giving your valuable time and visiting our institution, sir. Next, our guest of honor, Vishwanath Angadi, sir. I mean, when I called him, sir said, I mean, don't worry, sir, I am anyways coming there. And then he told me, I mean, sir, you just relax. This is our program. I'm from Belgaum and this is our program. And I was wondering whether I am a host or sir is a host. So in fact, I mean, he is so connected with the institution, KLE institution. He used to teach in KLE Bengaluru. And thereafter, he was former principal city civil and sessions judge. Now he is an arbitrator and very well connected. He was academician, judge, and a personality whereby he has groomed himself by various posts. So thank you so much, sir, for giving your valuable time and visiting our KLE. Now, about the topic. The topic, though it feels controversial, it is not controversial. I'll tell you why. Because this topic, we have decided, it is currently pending in Supreme Court of India. And there have been talks about and debates about Places of Worship Act. That what would have been the position in case if there was no Places of Worship Act, as Places of Worship Act came only in 1991. How would this constitution would have resolved the issues? There is other view, the jurisprudence which is developing, which says the dispute which continues, even though it is disputes are continuing from medieval period, and if they are like a water stream continuing, can you call those disputes are very old disputes and we will only comply and imply only after 1947 when Constitution of India came into existence? So there are larger jurisprudential analysis as well as interpretation to this moot problem, and that's what I thought that we would definitely go for this problem. And as researchers, majority of you who are participating in this particular moot court competition, you must have definitely enjoy reading the problem and preparing for the same. Though certain points which I would like to tell all the mooters who are here, and I would like to quote our own Dr. J.M. Mallikarjunaya sir, because last time when I was in Bengaluru attending Surana and Surana National Moot Court Competition, he raised a very important and valid point. And he said that a good orator is also a good listener. I repeat, a good orator is also a good listener. Because you may speak very well, but if you are not a good listener, then you cannot demolish the other side. In order to be a good orator, you have to listen very carefully to what other side is saying. Your words may be fewer, you need not to speak a lot, but if you listen and then speak to the point, definitely judges are going to give you the marks on that particular point. Sir has also raised about the AI generational models and how AI is also felicitating. Majority of the memorials which we have gone through, we have seen definitely the use of artificial intelligence in that. And in majority of the memorials, we have also come across the cases don't exist in reality in Supreme Court, have been quoted by the students. The problem is, before 3 weeks, the same issue was raised by our Honorable Chief Justice, Shri Suryakant sir. He said that Lawyers are drafting and bringing those drafts and submitting those drafts to Supreme Court, whereby those cases don't exist. And it's the same thing which is happening. As sir has rightly said, how to use AI. When you use AI, you need to counter check what it is generating. When you give them, I'm not saying that using AI is not good. Definitely, previously when we were mooters, we used to go and sit in the libraries and prepare. And I'm not comparing, because we have to adapt to the technology. The only thing, the difference between us and now AI is that we used to go through a filtration process, whereby what is applicable, we used to keep it, and what is not applicable, we used to get rid of it. That is being done by AI in few minutes, and that process is missing by the students. So that you do not know, what to use, where to use, and how to use. That's the only, a drawback which I could see in AI. But otherwise, if you use that tool properly, it's a wonderful tool. But yes, again, cross-checking. And sometimes, it gives few lines out of those judgments which may be applicable to your case, but the whole of the case may be against you. So even in that case, you are losing the point, because in fact, you are supporting the opposite party by quoting the wrong judgments. So you have to be very careful with that. And second thing, while arguing topics which appears to be very controversial, we should be very neutral and have a balanced view. The very reason for that is, all of us have certain ideology, and sir has rightly said, all of us are animal, how to tame that particular animal. Now, what happens is, we try to argue our points as per our own ideology, because we mix up emotions with profession. And that becomes a major problem. Supposedly, if I'm a firm believer that only, Constitution of India is supreme and there's nothing in the past, then I will see through that lens only, and I will try to counter all the points, though relevant or irrelevant, as per our own ideology. So you need to be very balanced, having a balanced approach to study any moot court problem. And every time you read that moot court problem, you will come to know, this is this interpretation. You read it 5 times, 10 times, and even if you are reading it for 11th time, you would see, my God, I did not get this point. Because so reading again and again and again will definitely help you. Having said that, I would like to wish all of you a wonderful stay for 3 years. Have a spirited competition. Enjoy your competition. Learn. Because there can be only one winner. There cannot be many winners. Right? Whether win or lose, there is always an experience with you. What I would like to say is, let the competition be winner rather than an individual to be a winner. Right? Thank you so much for coming here. And in case of hospitality and everything, those who are traveling from outside, kindly get in touch with volunteers, though there may be sometimes a delay or some inconvenience to you. Kindly cooperate with us. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words and constant support. Now I would like to request Ms. Ashna Bansal, Assistant Professor, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of KLE College of Law, Navi Mumbai, I, Ashna Bansal, extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. A.W. Santosh Kumar, and guest of honor, Mr. Vishwanath V. Angadi, for graciously accepting our invitation and inaugurating our Law Fest. Your presence has truly elevated the significance of this occasion. We are deeply thankful for your time and encouragement, which have inspired all participants of the moot court competition and client counseling event. Your support means a great deal to us and will undoubtedly motivate us to strive for excellence. I now request Principal Sir to kindly felicitate Professor Dr. A.W. Santosh Kumar Sir. I now request Principal Sir to kindly felicitate Mr. Vishwanath Angadi Sir. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Manoj Hiremat, sir, to kindly felicitate Professor Dr. V.S. Vijimon, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, our principal sir, Professor Dr. Dinkar Gitte sir, for forever guiding us. And I also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude and our forever indebtedness to and support extended by Dr. Mallikarjunaya sir, Dr. Manoj Hiremat sir, and Harsh Pratap sir. That's all. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. And I'll once again thank you, everyone, for coming here and participating in our event. Thank you, sir.
Participants, kindly be seated. We will commence with the rounds within the next 15-20 minutes. Participants, kindly stay back in the auditorium. I request all the judges of the rounds to proceed for the judges' briefing. Prachiti, can you escort the judges? The students of KLE College of Law are requested to move to the classrooms allotted to you for observing the rounds. I request the ushers of the participants to come to the front of the auditorium. The ushers allotted to the participants, I request you to come to the front of the auditorium. Just that the room has been changed. So we wanted to keep that informed to the participants.